Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. This is your girl Sean. I'm back for another video. In this video today, I'm going to be sharing with you guys an update to a strawberry letter that I was sent back in February of this year. And I believe the letter is called "My Best Friend Had Hubby's Baby. Now She Wants to Move With Us to Atlanta." So it was clearly a mess. There was a lot in that letter. So if you haven't checked it out, I'll be sure to link it somewhere on the screen so you guys can check that out. Huge thank you to the writer of that letter for updating me on our situation. I'll read her update in just a minute. But if you like love and relationship advice videos like this one, lifestyle content, fashion related posts, you'll definitely enjoy my channel, so go ahead and subscribe. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you, okay? And also be sure to hit that little bell, that way you'll be notified every time I upload a video. And if you're new to my channel, you may not know it, but I'm actually the author of 3 books. The first one is called The Dating Game, How to Find Yourself While Looking for Mr. Right. My second book, Breaking the Man Code, The Key to Unlocking His Heart. And my third book, Getting Unstuck, How to Create the Life You've Always Wanted to Live. They're all available on Amazon, Kindle, and BarnesandNoble.com. I'll be sure to link all of my books below so you guys can check them out. Also, if you want to work with me as your personal life and dating coach, send me an email to itscoachshawn@gmail.com. That's itscoachshawn, SHAWN, @gmail.com. All right, so now without any further ado, I'm going to give you guys a little snippet of the letter that she sent me back in February, but I definitely recommend you watch that video in its entirety before watching this one. But here's a little snippet of the last letter. About 6 years ago, a high school friend of mine fell on hard times. She had 8 children and was getting out of a domestic violence situation. I invited her and her children to move in with us because she needed to get on her feet. My husband was not pleased. He told me that he didn't like her and that he thought it was unfair to us and our children. But I begged and convinced him. She was a really good friend of mine and I couldn't let her and her children go on the street. Eventually, I helped her build her credit, got on Section 8, and found her a house. She moved out of our home 8 months after moving in. She then became pregnant. I asked her over and over who was the father because I just wanted to gossip with her.
She said that she would surprise me.
She was 5 months pregnant when I walked in on her and my husband having sex. She cried and begged me to take my husband back and allow her to just be my friend. And so eventually the husband comes to the wife and he's like, you know what? I want to move to Atlanta. I want to pick up everything we have in California and I want to just get us a big house in Atlanta. So the wife is all for it. She said he could still be a good father, despite the distance and all of that. So then the mistress says, I want a big house in Atlanta too. So clearly there was a lot going on in that letter, but here's just a little snippet of the advice that I gave her way back in February. I think she wanted your life. She wanted your man. She was able to see after living with you for 8 months how you were living. And she started to envy it. Maybe she started to see how he was treating you and got a little jealous of that. So then she pushed up on him, saw what you were driving, and as soon as you got sick and couldn't drive your own children around, she's volunteering to get the keys to your truck? You got this woman driving your truck around town with your children in it? And then when you say you and your husband want to move to Atlanta and get you a big house, she says she want a big house too and he's going to give it to her? Like, what does it take? That's what I really want to know. What does he have to do? What is it going to take to make you snap out of this? It's almost like you're hypnotized, mesmerized, and fantasizing about him being better than he really is. I think he feels like there's nothing he can do that will get rid of you. Like you'll never walk away. And I hope it's not because you're 41. I hope it's not because you have 2 children that you think nobody else will want you. It's like when you hear situations like this and you hear stories like this, people are always like, it could never be me. I could never be in a situation like this. That could never be me. The thing about it is this man didn't start off being doggish, being this brazen, this out in the open with his foolery. He didn't start off like this. But for you to have gotten here, that means there were plenty of times much earlier on in the relationship where you were acknowledging and accepting bad behavior. All right, so now that you're somewhat caught up, let's go ahead and read her update. And she writes, "Hi BG, I hope you remember me. Please use my strawberry letter in a video. I just want to give you an update. After your video response to my letter, I was offended. I don't know why. Like I said, I watched your videos and I know you pulled no punches. I was even more offended by the comments. I was in such an emotional state. get so confused. I regretted even sending the letter. I didn't leave my husband. We made the move to Atlanta, and of course, everything got worse. Both of us would travel back and forth between ATL and Cali at different times. Very rarely were we in Atlanta together. My husband would spend his time in Atlanta with me, but on the phone with her. He would spend his time in Cali ignoring me. I was certain that he was with her. His business began to fail significantly. Suddenly, the money we made from the sale of our home was gone. I began to wonder where the money was going. I cut off all communication with her. She would still call and text me, but I didn't want to hear it. I knew she was struggling financially, so I suspect that's where the money was going. It's like I'm his mother and she's his woman. I take care of everything and he goes to her to have a good time. He began to be very frustrated as it was a heavy load on him. Clearly, she was applying the pressure. I went back and watched her video as I began to become more and more fed up with the situation. It was still difficult for me, but I began to think about leaving him. Then after months of arguing, money missing, and me feeling underappreciated, I made the dumb decision to go through his phone, and they were arguing. She said something like, "Why do you even care about her after all the things that she's put you through?" This girl was speaking about me. Mind you, she still calls and texts me from time to time to talk to me and to pander to me. It's like something clicked in me. I watched her video again and again and again. I told him we were over, and he told me they were over. The nerve. This man began begging me to stay with him. I was like, what, to be your mother? I filed for divorce almost 2 months ago. He hasn't signed it yet, but I feel so good, so liberated. He almost killed me, destroyed me. Only thing I know is that they are, of course, together and that she's actually planning to move out here. I know she's always watching me. I hear rumors about her telling others about my life. I'd be so shocked because I'm like, I have no communication with her. Unless he's telling her the little that he knows about how I'm moving, there is no reason that she has a detailed account of my life to be able to share with our semi-mutual friends. Anyway, I'm determined to keep my peace and to keep her out of my life because she is the angel of death, I feel. There is so much more, but I needed to release this energy to give you an update. I just want to thank you because you truly helped me out of a rut and helped me grow back into myself. I could have never done that without your help. I am praying every day to stay strong because I'm sure that if they need me, they won't hesitate. But the answer is going to be no, period. Thank you again, BG. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you that I could cry. I know how hard it is for somebody with such a good heart like you to tell people that you love no, but they don't love you the way that you love them. You have done nothing but give. You forgave this woman who you caught in bed with your husband. You still were trying to keep the peace. The decision for you to check his phone was not a dumb one. It was a smart one that you should have made a long time ago. I'm just glad that you've woken up to who they truly both are. They want to be together. Let them be. But they don't need you to do it. You don't need to fund their relationship. If they want to fail, let them fail together. Doing what's best for you can be a form of self-care when it's not hurting anyone else. But what they did was selfish because they didn't care who they had to hurt, who they had to step on, who they had to crush for them to get what they wanted. That's the difference. Self-care isn't selfish when it's about you. But when it's about hurting somebody else, that's when it's selfish. That's the difference between what they did and what you're currently doing. I know you said that your husband has come to you yet again and saying that the relationship between him and your former best friend is over and that he wants to be back with you and all of that. He's already done this. Your husband is already on his 4th or 5th second chance. You said that when you guys were back and forth between Atlanta and Cali, you were rarely in Atlanta at the same time. And I'm sure that was by design. And then you said when you guys were together, he was ignoring you. Your husband, he always does and says whatever he thinks will be just enough to get you back, but no real evidence of change. You talked about it in the first letter, how you helped your husband, helped him start a business, helped him with his credit, helped him buy a house. Like you did all those things for him. I'm not sure if he misses you or if he misses the things that you could do for him. You said in this letter that his business is failing. Now things are falling apart and he's looking for his good luck charm, his Mrs. Fix-It. He's looking for you to come in like you've always done, swoop in and save the day. And then as soon as he gets back and on his feet again, he'll be off with this girl again. I'm glad that you're not having it, that you're not falling for it, that he can't use the same old tricks to get the same results from you. Oh, I wish I could be a fly on the wall the day that the mistress realizes that you were the reason why this man looked so good. You were handling the finances. You were making sure everything ran smooth. It was you. You were the magic. And I can't wait to the day that he realizes that she can't be for him what you were to him. I am proud of you for making the best decision for yourself. They're selfish and have always been selfish, but now you're finally looking out for you, and that's actually not selfish. Girl, self-esteem and confidence looks good on you. I like that, okay? I'm proud of you. I love you. I'm happy for you. Thank you for writing me. And that's pretty much it for this letter. I love you guys. I'll see you all in the next video. Till next time, later, divas and dudes. Deuces, honey.
Love yourself.